Hey, it's your girl Gwendolyn. I am your life and relationship coach, and you know what I do? I navigate women into their true worth, their purpose, and into their valuable, prosperous next level. How y'all doing tonight? I just jumped on here tonight because I just wanted to talk to you about just a few things, and I was thumbing through my notes and I just thought I would discuss a few of them with you. And the topic that I really want to talk about tonight is called self. That's right, self. And I want to talk about 3 categories when it comes to self. So I'm going to be reading through my notes and I just want you guys to bear with me, okay? All right, let's talk about self. Now, the first category I want to talk about is self-discovery. And let me tell you what self-discovery is all about. We go through this journey called life, and we don't know who we are. So we're taken on this extensive excursion, this boot camp, this long teachable moment. It's called the making of you. This journey is called the making of you. We make so many mistakes. We fall down and we get back up again, over and over again. And eventually we learn valuable lessons from our mistakes. The pain and the fatigue due to our mistakes ultimately evolves into a hunger for something totally different, totally opposite from anything we've ever had before, turning us into new creatures with new habits and new ways. And thank you, Lord. And this is called self-discovery, where we're discovering ourselves, where we go on this long journey, painful journey, a journey filled with mistakes. I now call it, I didn't call it this before, but I now call it a fantastic voyage, because that's the ultimate gift. It's a fantastic voyage that God allows us to go on, or that sometimes we just, our choices, our poor choices and our mistakes and whatever you want to call it, we take ourselves on. And God takes this whole thing that the enemy meant for evil, and he turned it around for our good. And that's the beauty of it, the grace of it, the mercy of it. That's the whole thing, because he really could have given us what we ultimately deserved. He didn't have to give us mercy. He didn't have to give us grace. We chose our path, and our path, our life, however it is because of the choices that we've made. So it's a beautiful thing when God gives us beauty for ashes and the oil of joy for mourning, even though we made the mistakes. And he knew we were going to make the mistakes. So this whole fantastic voyage that he allowed us to go on, this journey of mistakes and everything, it's called self-discovery, because we end up discovering self. We do. And it's a beautiful thing. So self-discovery, remember, self-discovery. Now, here's another category that I want to talk about as well. And this category is called self-awareness. Okay, let's talk about self-awareness. How do we see ourselves? Do we think highly of ourselves? Or do we see ourselves in a state of lowliness, in a low place? Thinking low of ourselves. Is your self-esteem low? Some are depressed and don't know it. The mindset need a shift. So you can come to the realization that the old ways and the old way of thinking is gotta go. A mindset shift is also a learned behavior. A mindset shift is a learned behavior. Just like, it's almost like we are babies We're kids, and we need to learn something different, like they have to learn how to walk. That's what a mindset shift is. When we're so used to having or doing the same things, and something comes along and jogs us and teaches us and shows us a different way of living and a different way of life, it's called a mindset shift. And we have to get a hold of it and make it a learned behavior. So we got to get in a habit of it. It's got to be a consistency that we do with this thing. And this mindset shift is really, really powerful because it makes us new creatures. So this mindset shift is a learned behavior. We got work to do. We got to put in the work. We got to put in the work, ladies. If we don't stop and take the time to face ourselves, take responsibility, and stop pointing the finger and work on self, then we'll keep on getting the same things. And that's how women keep ending up with the same men with different names. Ooh. Y'all, this is the part that got me, because this is the word that God gave me over and over again. He told me that Gwendolyn Williams, it's like he called my whole name. I was like, wait a minute. God, did you call my whole name? Gwendolyn Williams, you keep ending up with the same men with different names. Ooh, when he told me that, I was like, oh my God, y'all. I was like, oh my God. Talking about self-discovery and self-awareness. My God in heaven. That's what happens when we don't do our work, when we don't know who we are, when we run around here and we don't take inventory, we don't do an assessment, when we don't take time out to find out what it is that we're doing wrong. Wait a minute, this is not working. We need to get to a point where we're just like, this is not working. Something is wrong. I need to find out what's wrong. I need to take, these old ways gotta go, this old thinking gotta go, this mindset gotta go. I got work to do. I need to put in the work. Come on, God, help me with this. I can't point the finger at these men no more. I got to work on self. I gotta work on myself. We already know these men out here, they out here foul. A lot of them are, let's just tell the truth. But I'm not on these men. My mission is for these women, to get these women, get these women right together. The hearts, to heal the hearts, to heal the mind, to heal the soul, to take the pain away. I'm not out here to bash men. Men already know that they out here dirty, that they out here foul, you know, and they're out here cheating, and they're out here strip clubbing, and they out here womanizing, and they out here lying, and they out here manipulating, and they're out here deceiving and all this different stuff. They got their own work to do. We can bring it to their attention, or we can keep fussing about it, or we can keep on arguing about it and stressing ourselves out and doing all this old crazy stuff. No. When we find out our self-discovery, our self-awareness, when we find out ourself and get ourselves together, then you know what? Those type of men can't even come close to us. They can't even step close to us, because we so equipped, we so prepared, we are so built up, we're so our esteem is so high. We own our purpose, we own the things that we need to do, we doing the things that we need to do, we doing stuff that matter every day. We ain't sitting up with ourselves, we ain't pointing the finger on them or pointing the finger their way. We ain't doing none of that. We just doing what we need to do for ourselves. And then when we get ourselves together, we ain't gonna have to sit up and point the finger at nobody. We gonna be shining bright, shining like a diamond, honey. And self-discovery and self-awareness. And we got some more self to talk about. We ain't ain't got time to be pointing the finger. We ain't got time to be worried about what he doing, or we ain't got time to be with nobody who don't honor, respect, and love us, and treat us like the queens that we are, the royalty that we are. We don't have time, space, or energy for people like that. And if we built up on the inside and we standing tall and we on our top of our game like we supposed to be, then we ain't. Hello. So, same man, different names. Out the window. Because we attract who we are. We attract, ladies, who we are. Let's dive into this. We attract who we are, and we stay with them because we're not seeing ourselves high enough. We're not walking in our true worth. We don't feel worthy, and we walk. We don't feel worthy, and we walk in and put. Wait a minute. We don't feel worthy, and what we walk in. I'm sorry, I stumbled over my words. What we walk in, we put out. What we walk in and put out, what we walk in and put out, that's what we get back. What we walk in and put out, that's what we get back. If we walk in low self-esteem, if we walk with our heads down, if we walk like we don't know who we are, if we walk and we ain't did no work, and let me tell you something, men can spot that. It's like we have something on our forehead, or they what's the word I'm looking for? They study us. They smart too. They're manipulative and they're deceptive, and they study us, and they can see when we're not up to par. They can see when we're low, at a low space. They can see when we just accept anything. They can see when we just go for anything. When they see that, they treat us accordingly. So we get what we put out. Get it? We get what we put out. And oh Jesus, oh my God. Okay, and then when we finally wake up and come to ourselves, that's when we realize I have some serious internal work to do. And your focus changes from pointing the finger at everybody else or pointing the finger at him to it points right back at you. Self-discovery, self-awareness, I got work to do. I need to get myself together. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Jesus. You get in there and you roll your sleeves up, ladies, and you do your work and you do whatever it takes to get yourself together, and you dive deep into self-care, healing, deliverance, and wellness. You get in there and you be true to yourself. To thine own self be true. And you face yourself, you get in that mirror and you just say, man, you know, do like I did. I was so darn hard on myself. It was ridiculous. I mean, when I tell you I was hard on myself, I was hard on myself. I said, man, I didn't like my reflection. I didn't like what I saw. I didn't like anything about me. And I was just disgusted with self. And I got to a point where I was like, I got to do something about this. I got to get myself together. I got to make a drastic change. I had to make some hard decisions, y'all. But it paid off. When I tell you it paid off, I thank God that I had the courage, the strength, and the everything. God, I'm telling you, because it paid off. My God. Oh, Jesus. That's self-awareness. You know, you become aware of your downfalls. You know what mistakes you're capable of making. You know your guilty pleasure. Oh my God. Oh my God. You know what your temptations are. You know you now have to tame your flesh. You know you got to get discipline, self-control, and now you're on to something. Oh, now you're on to something. Now you're headed somewhere. Now you can get healed. Now you can get delivered. Now you can get set free. Now you can get to a point where you just like, okay, now you're being true to yourself. Now you're facing yourself and you saying, okay, now I can get myself together. Now God is getting me together. Because now I'm in agreement. I'm not going against the grain. I'm not going against the grain of what God's trying to do. He's trying to heal me. He's trying to deliver me. He's trying to set me free. He's trying to make me better. He's trying to position me and give me a certain posture and countenance so I can be used for the body of Christ, so I can be used in the kingdom, so I can have something to offer somebody else, and I can give something back. I can pay something forward. Because how you going to pay something forward when you ain't got nothing to give? How you going to pay something forward when you don't know who you are? When you don't have no self-awareness, when you don't have no self-discovery, when you don't know who you are and you don't have self together. That's what I had to do. I had to get myself together. I was just like, I got to do something about me. My God in heaven, hallowed be thy name. And the last thing is called, no, it's not the last thing. It's self-discovery, self-awareness. Let's talk about self-respect. Ooh, self-respect. How do you treat yourself? Are you esteeming yourself, encouraging yourself, patting yourself on the back, congratulating yourself, celebrating yourself? Are you valuing yourself, admiring oneself, appreciating yourself? Do you treasure yourself? Do you treasure yourself? Do you like yourself? Or do you enjoy yourself? Do you enjoy you? Do you see yourself as the prize? How do you see yourself? We got to work on that, ladies. How do you see yourself? Really, like, ask yourself that question. How do I see myself? Are you being good to yourself and treating yourself well? At one point in my life, I wasn't exercising self-respect. I wasn't, because life took its toll on me. And I even allowed myself to be disrespected and dishonored because I was tired. I'm talking about me. And I didn't feel worthy. This too, there was a time, ladies, when everything I just told you is the absolute honest to God truth. I did not care about myself. I didn't care about anything. And people will go as far as you allow them to go. I'm talking about men. They will. Because when you're in that particular unhealthy place and space, they will, the wrong man, these men out here that I tell you foul, dirty, and they just want to just get away and give you stuff, they pick it up and they run with it. when you're not in your whole place, your happy place, your built up place, your godly place, when you're not filled with the esteem and the everything that you should have, when you're not in your true worth, in that space of goodness where you know who you are. You've done your work. You built yourself up so strong that nothing low can come in. Ooh. Oh my God. And this too, all of this I'm telling you about is hard work. This is work that's so necessary, and it's got to be done. And it's a learned behavior. And it's got to be consistent. It's got to be a consistency. You got to do it on a regular. Yes. And this, ladies, is the last category. And this is a really good one too. All of this is good, but this is a very, very good one. And it's called self-love. Loving oneself. Let's talk about it. Okay, self-love is simply self-awareness plus self-respect combined. Actually, to me, it's self-discovery plus self-awareness plus self-respect. All of this combined is self-love. When you combine all of this, you're giving yourself self-love, pouring all of that goodness into oneself, all of that work, because you finally understand that you're worth it. I'm using the word selfish right now in a good sense. Be selfish. Be selfish. I need for you all to be, and I'm using it in a good way, because women, women, we're not selfish at all. We're nurturers, we're giving, we're loving, we're kind. We give so much of ourselves to everybody else, except for ourselves. We give it all away, but we don't give it to ourselves. Be selfish. It's time for you to pour all of this goodness I'm talking about into yourself. Just pour it into yourself. I'm using the word selfish in a good sense. By finally giving yourself an abundance of love, we give so much of ourselves to everybody else, just like I just said. But now it's time to be selfish and invest in yourself. Now you're taking serious steps to get yourself together. You're doing some major work. Now you'll only attract regarding business opportunities and regarding relationships. Now you'll only attract the right energy once you do all of this work. I told you before on a previous video that people try to make getting well, getting healed, getting prosperity, getting so many getting titles and all these different things that people go after for whatever reasons they go after it. Hopefully they're going after it for the right reasons, so they can serve others, so they can give back, so they can give God the glory, so God can get the glory out of their lives. Hopefully it's not for a selfish reason, using selfish in the wrong way. Hopefully it's not that, because that's not why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm doing what I'm doing so I can serve others, so I can give back, so God can get the glory out of my life, because I'm serving my God-given purpose, because I am giving myself away so he can use me, and I am selfless when it comes to that. So oh my God. Now you're taking serious steps to get yourself together. You're doing some major work. Now you'll only attract regarding business opportunities and regarding relationships the right energy and the right man, because what you put out is what you'll get back. Now we'll be putting out something totally different. Now we won't be putting out that low posture, that low countenance, that low self-esteem, that lowliness type of lifestyle where we just accept anything, where we let them get away with anything, because people will go as far as you let them go, and you don't just let people just get away with anything in your life because you're bigger than that, because you're higher than that, because you're royalty, because you're a queen, because you know your worth, you know who you are, you know whose you are, and nobody can just treat you any kind of way, because you won't carry yourself any kind of way. You carry yourself like royalty. So that way you'll be treated like royalty. And when it's anything other than what you know you deserve, if it's disrespect, you ain't having it. If it's dishonor, you ain't having it. If it's anything that's other than what God says you're supposed to have, you're not having it, because you know what you want, you know who you are, and you know how you should be treated. So therefore, anything else is what, ladies? Unacceptable. Ooh, yes, Lord, tonight we not concentrating on what a lot of women say, these no good men, because let me just clarify this. Every man is not a no good man. It's some good men out here. You heard it straight from my mouth. So nobody can ever say, oh, she's a man basher. Somebody must have did her a job, because they'll say that in a heartbeat. When a woman starts talking about these type of categories or these type of conversations, they'll say in a minute, somebody must have did her a job. Somebody did her in, she's man bashing. No, I'm not man bashing. I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the absolute honest to God truth. We already know it's a lot of stuff going on out here that shouldn't be going on out here. Men are treating women like crap out here in these streets. They are. But the only way that they can do it is if we don't know who we are, and we have not done our internal work, and we have not gotten ourselves together, and we have not done what it takes, so we won't just be out here just letting them have their way with us and treat us any kind of way. They'll know that they have to come to us right. And in the interim of it, ladies, I'll tell you another thing that can happen. Our example and our standing our ground and our knowing who we are, and our being the royalty that in the posture and the countenance and who God made us really to be, we can actually, our whole being and our example before him can change him. Yes, it can. It can, because he'll see all of this goodness and greatness, and men are very competitive. They're very competitive. So they like to get in there and they see something going on, and they just like, I need to get myself together. Oh, I want to, maybe I can come back and give it another shot. The only way you can come back this way, brother, if you got to get yourself together, because I am not having anything that's low. Matter of fact, I'm going on because my king is awaiting. Hallelujah. Woo, woo. So, yes, Lord, you only attract the right energy and the right man, because what you put out there, that's what you'll get back. We were attracting and letting in the wrong men, ladies, because we were broken, in private pain, didn't know who we were, knew nothing about self-discovery, self-awareness, self-respect, or self-love. We had no template or roadmap, so we had nothing to work off of, to go off of, and we hadn't done any work at all. We hadn't done any work at all. We didn't do no work. We ain't had nothing to work off of. If we were letting them get away with murder like that, and we were just carrying ourselves any kind of way out here, and we hadn't done any, we didn't know who we were. We didn't know what to do. We didn't know. And if we didn't know, it's okay. That's the reason why we went on that fantastic voyage. That self-discovery. We had to learn. That's why God allowed us to go on that journey, that painful journey, so we can get to a point where we regurgitated that pain and stuff like that, and we ain't want nothing to do with it no more. We wanted something we had never experienced before. And in my previous video, I told you getting free is not as simple as people make it out to be, that they miss a lot of vital steps, very important steps. And you can't just skip over these things, because to me, when you skip over these type of things, when you skip over the important vital steps, it's like a math problem to me. If you skip over a math problem, if you skip over one step, if you miss one step, you miss the whole problem. The whole problem is wrong. That's what they doing out here, you know, in a whole lot of different areas. People who are teaching and doing different things out here, they're missing the vital steps, and they talking about, oh, this prosperity, oh, habajashi, da 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 bahaya, oh, babashe, you know, and all this, you know, all this different stuff, which is all good, but you can't skip over important steps and just tell people what they want to hear, not tell people what they need to hear. I don't want nobody. I want somebody who's going to challenge me, step on my toes, hold me accountable, tell me the truth, tell me that you know, stuff I don't want to hear, but stuff I need. Tell me the truth. Don't sit up and sugarcoat nothing and tell me all of this great stuff that sound good and stuff like that. No, tell me the truth, so I can get myself together. All of this will help you all discover the real prize. That's self-discovery, self-awareness, self-respect, and ultimately self-love. Now you'll attract the right things and the right people into your life, because you won't have it any other way. Now you won't have it any other way. You will not. I ain't having it. I done seen what I'm not supposed to have no more. I know what it looks. Now I know what it looks like. Before, okay, I was ignorant. You know, I'm not going to say stupid, because I don't use that word. But I was ignorant. Ignorant is simply not knowing any better. I didn't know. I had to learn. And God took me on a fantastic voyage so I can learn. Now I know. And now I know too much. You can't bamboozle me anymore. You can't fool me. You can't play me. This is not a game. It may have been a game and a notch under your belt, dude, or whoever, but it's not. I know better now. And I thank God for the pain. I thank God for the journey. I thank God for the heartache. I thank God for everything that he allowed me to endure and overcome, because I'm an overcomer. And now I have the goods, the energy. I have everything it takes to give it all away to you. In the name of Jesus. Now, and ladies, I truly believe, let me tell you this, that every issue we have in life is due to a spiritual imbalance. We need to work on getting our spiritual life tight. It's really important. I ask myself this question. Why would I ever choose someone who doesn't value or love what's most important to me? Why would I choose somebody who doesn't value and love what's most important? I love God. I love him with all of my heart. Why would I choose someone who doesn't have the same spiritual values as I do? That's called, what is that called? That's called unequally yoked. That's called pain. That's called heartache. That's called trauma. That's called drama. What is it called? And why would I ever choose someone who doesn't value or love what's most important to me? I love God. And if I claim to love him, why would I choose a man who doesn't love him, who doesn't obey him, who doesn't keep his commandments? Why would I choose him? And anytime you do that, anytime you choose somebody, it's time for you to take a good look at self. It all comes back to you pointing the finger at you. Self. Because why would you choose somebody who doesn't love him? And then you would have to do an assessment, my favorite word. Now, what does that say about me? That means I needed a spiritual checkup myself and a spiritual operation, spiritual surgery. We attract and we let into our lives who we are, and we accept it because we need to be healed, and we need to be made whole and learn how to love God for real. Now that's how you face yourself. Take responsibility, and this ultimately leads you to change. Ladies, being true, just be true to thine own self. I say when you point the finger right back at yourself, because when you have somebody to come into your life that doesn't value what you value, love God, and you say you love God, if you allow them to come in, then you need to take a good look at self. That means you ain't where you're supposed to be spiritually. And every problem I say that we all have out here in these streets is a spiritual issue, and it's a spiritual problem. And that's something that people need to stop skipping over too, because that's a vital step. And this is the last part, when we just stop playing and just strip down our lives, face ourselves, take responsibility, stop pointing the finger with that old blame game mentality, tell the truth and let the truth set us free, get out of our own way by taking off this excess weight, these chains, this baggage, loose the shackles, and woman up, not man up. We ain't got our lenses on him. We're not focusing on him. We're not even pointing a finger at him. That finger is pointed right back at self, at ourselves. We getting ourselves together so we can attract the right energy, the right people, the right opportunities, stuff, different things will just start coming our way. Not trying to fix or change a man, make him man up. No, we ain't trying to do that. We womaning up. We gonna woman up. And ladies, just think about it. This was the thing that got me too. We didn't know who we were. We didn't know who we were. We didn't know. We did not know. We hadn't done the work. We didn't know who we were. We didn't know nothing. We were ignorant. Let's be real. Because I know you're here with me. Because I know I was. So let me just speak for myself. And I know you can identify. So just think about it. If we didn't know who we were, you know he don't know who he is. He don't know who this will make you give him a break a little bit. This will make you give him a pass. This will make you have some grace for him. This will make you have some mercy for him. This because of the mercy and the grace that God gave us, because he gave us time and space to get ourselves together. This will make you have it for him. He don't know who he is either. He don't know who he is. So when we talk about him, we bashing him and we, getting on him, he got to do his work too. He got to do his self-discovery, his self-awareness, his self-respect, and he got to do his self-love too. He needs to do his work too. A lot of them, unfortunately, won't buckle down, sit down, man up, and sit down long enough to do their work, but they got to go through their fantastic voyage too. They got to go through their journey too. They got to go through their hard knocks life too. And they'll get tired enough and eventually get to a place where they're just like, okay, this is not working for me. I want something different, and I want to be right, and I want the right woman. So, yeah. Woo, Lord Jesus, tonight. So we just being honest. He don't know who he is either. And to be honest, we never should You know, we never should have been with him in the first place, because we were only with him because we didn't know who we were. We just didn't. Neither one of us knew who we were. He didn't know who he was, and we didn't know who we were either as women. So yeah. So just work on self-discovery, self-awareness, self-respect, gather that self-love, and you'll be so glad that you did, because you'll just be so glad that you did, because you'll live an abundant life, and it'll just get greater when you do all that work. I've told women in my previous videos, I have the roadmap, I have the template, I have everything that you could possibly think of. I have so much more details, personalized details, mapped out details. It's all spelled out for you. I got some wonderful things coming. And ladies, invest in yourselves. Invest in yourselves. Powerful, successful, I say it all the time in my videos, powerful, successful women who want to get well, women who want to be healed, women who want to be whole, women who want prosperity, women who want to serve their purpose. I navigate women into their true worth, their purpose, and into their powerful, prosperous next level. I get women free. I help get chains, shackles, all this different stuff that's holding them back, holding them down, that's holding them hostage, that has them in mental incarceration. I get it up off of them. I shift their mindset, give them a whole new way of thinking, so they can get out here, they can do their thing, they can serve their purpose, they can go out here and make their businesses, do non-for-profits, whatever they want to do. So they will be healthy and whole enough to just move forward and live out the rest of their lives in joy and happiness and freedom. I have the roadmap, I have the template, I have the goods, I have the information that they need to get themselves together and get themselves off to a brand new start. I want to help you, ladies. Please contact me on my website at www.IamGwendolynW.com and get my free gift. I have a free gift on there for you. Plus, start your journey on my website. That way you can email me and you can access me personally. I do one-on-ones. I've done successful one-on-ones with so many people, and they are off to a fantastic journey, a fantastic new start, a fantastic new beginning, and they are happier than they've ever been in their entire lives. And I tell you, the prosperity and the different things that I've been told that they have overcome, and how they're moving forward and how they've gotten through things, it is absolutely amazing. God is using me tremendously. I am so humbled. I am so grateful. I am so honored, and I am looking forward to serving you as well. You can also go to my Instagram at lowercase I am Gwendolyn W, and my social tap is on there too. You can get my free gift, and I just want you to tap into me, so I can give you all of what's inside of me, because there's so much more, and I would love to work with you. I have fantastic things that I can offer you, and I look forward to hopefully meeting you and talking with you, and we can do a one-on-one. And I have this huge thing coming up very soon where I'll have this whole big group of women, and we're, and join my community too. If you befriend me on Facebook, on my regular Facebook page, Gwendolyn Williams, I'm on Facebook. And then when you befriend me on Facebook, I can also invite you to my community of women. I have a community group of women. It's powerful women, and we're all in there, and we're empowering each other. We're helping each other. There's mental health experts in there. There's a spiritual word in there coming, and there's also health and fitness in there. There's fashion in there. We got all kinds of wonderful things in there. Everything that deals with a woman what women love and what edifies women and what women enjoy. I have all of that in my community. So befriend me on Facebook at Gwendolyn Williams. And then once you do that, I'll accept your friend request. And then I can in turn invite you to my private, powerful community of women. And that is also I Am Gwendolyn W on my powerful community of women. So I look forward to connecting with you. I look forward to, you joining my membership. And then, like I said, I got something powerful coming up with a whole big group of women where I teach a whole humongous group of women all at once. That's coming very soon. I don't want you to miss that because it's going to be a boatload of information in there that'll get you off to a powerful start. You'll be so charged up that you won't go back to nothing that's low. And I'm telling you, when I get through with you, I'm telling you, it's going to be the best days. Your rest of your days is going to be the best days of your life. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. And I look forward to everything that's coming. www.iamgwendolynw.com. Visit my website and start your journey today. Thank you.